Today, we'll be reacting to This Doesn't Make Sense Anymore by one of my favorite YouTubers, Swish Out, man. Let's check this video out.
The Cavs as a team did not score a point in the final 3-11, and the final 11 points of the game were scored by the Golden State Warriors, and they just, listen, last couple minutes, the whole game ended.
In 2017, Kevin Durant hit this game-winning shot to essentially end the series, the rivalry between these two teams.
Back when KD was truly a problem, man. Not to say he ain't a problem right now. I'm saying problem like in a good way. In a good way. Because, bro, back then when KD was with the Warriors, bro, life was truly up, man. Great music, great memories. KD winning 2 championships, 2 finals MVPs. Man, those were some good times.
To be honest, and most notably, pushed the Golden State Warriors record that playoffs to 15 consecutive playoff wins, the greatest playoff streak in NBA history and the greatest playoff streak in any major league pro sport. Now, I'm sorry, Warriors fans, as impressive as that was, it was just to be expected, especially with the team they had and specifically how lopsided the NBA just was at that time. Everyone that lived it remember.
I completely forgot, bro. DeMarcus Cousins was also on that team too, bro. If he was healthy, bro, the Warriors would have been on a crazy dynasty. No cap.
That was the era where parity was absolutely dead and truly a league of 2 teams, bro. It was so lopsided that all the way up until Game 3 of the Eastern Conference Finals, we had 2 undefeated teams in the playoffs. Golden State ultimately ended up winning the championship, only losing 1 game, going 16-1, and like I said, having the greatest 15-game stretch ever. That has now come to an end, at least for me and my eyes, because the 15 games the Knicks just had, it was proven to be the parity era, and the fact that they had the 6th best odds entering the playoffs to actually win the championship. With the context and domination of these games, it's way more impressive, at least for me. Now, the Knicks haven't won an NBA championship yet, and if/when they do, I'll retouch this in a more guaranteed fashion. But I want you to look at this game right here. This is Game 3, the game CJ McCollum won in front of that Atlanta crowd. And ultimately, the last game the Knicks lost before they went on one of the greatest runs we have literally ever seen.
Yo, that's actually kind of crazy. They haven't lost a game since
Wish I had a better answer for you. I got nothing right now.
The reality of it is, and I told them this, it's a 7-game series for a reason. Plenty of teams have been down 1-2. Shit, I even think Oklahoma City was down 1-2 last year, and they end up winning it. So I'm not saying we're going to win it or anything like that, but
today's video is sponsored by SeatGeek. The NBA season is unfortunately on its last leg, but there's still much more for you to go see live this summer. That's where SeatGeek comes in clutch.
Go get that code.
It feels like 6 months ago now, but this right here was the score of Game 6 versus Atlanta, when the game at that time looked, somewhat normal. What proceeded to happen after this was a 67-14 run and a score that literally didn't even look real. At one point of the game, the Knicks had 76 points to the Hawks 25. The Knicks in that game set a halftime record with a 47-point lead and led by as much as 61 points. Bro, this wasn't a January Thursday night game. This was a playoff elimination road game where this massacre actually happened. Now, what makes this more impressive to me is the fact that the game before that, the Knicks also won by 29 points. Now, at that time, it was easy to chalk this up as, okay, the Knicks got extremely hot against a team that was clearly not ready. And to some extent with Atlanta, that was true. But the run the Knicks were on and what they seemed to unlock through Atlanta, it just never stopped. Game 1 versus Philly, the Knicks once again blew them off the court. And even at that time, I still felt like, damn, are the Knicks really this good? Or did Philly just get screwed having to play on such short rest after their Game 7 championship win against Boston? Regardless of who it's against or exactly what the circumstances were, the Knicks just won 3 straight games by at least 25 points, the first time that's ever happened in the playoffs. But then Game 2 against Philly, one of the closest games of the playoffs. This was the game that made me believe in this Knicks team, because yeah, Jalen Brunson is clutch, and yeah, he did this again in this game. But this team also has OG Anunoby, who literally felt like he couldn't miss. Karl Anthony Towns now facilitating the offense a bit more and getting downhill and being aggressive. And it's starting to feel like this team either blows you out or simply outclutch you. Game 3 back in Philly without OG Anunoby, and with Philly having an early first quarter run, Paul George having 15 points in the first quarter, the Knicks won the next 3 quarters by 18 points, and Paul George didn't score again. Game 4 they did this and literally took over the entire arena. And basically the last 7 quarters versus Philly, the Knicks won by damn near 50 points.
Would rather not have a 9-day break. You know, you're in a good rhythm, and then obviously you got to kind of just sit there and wait and those kind of things. So, I don't know. Ideally, if it was a 3 or 4 day break, that would be nice.
Game 1 of the Eastern Conference Finals. If it was one time to catch the Knicks while they were asleep, it was right here. I still really can't process this Kenny Atkinson stuff because Cleveland was up 22 points with basically 7 minutes left. And they did hit timely threes, but the majority of their run didn't stem from threes. It was mainly these Brunson, hey James Harden, come here, let me have this damn.
Bro, this game James Harden was getting fried. Barbecue chicken. Jalen Brunson get the ball at the top. He said, yo, get out the way. It's time to cook. Let me eat. Yo, check out these highlights, bro.
Bucket after bucket elimination of that lead. And Kenny Atkinson wouldn't call a timeout or put 2 on the ball. And when he did, it was at the worst possible timing. The Knicks ended that game on a 44-11 run. Bro, some of these runs don't even sound real in a playoff environment. They ended that game scoring 4 times the points as Cleveland. And that one specific game was the series. In game 4 against Cleveland, again on the road, bro, they won by damn near 40 points again. Bro, it doesn't really matter who it's against. In 3 elimination games in the playoffs on the road, you win by 51 points, 30, and then 37. That is the definition of not playing with your food, and that is simply unprecedented in any era.
I mean, it feels good. I mean, we're excited. We're happy we won. But
bro, OG Anunoby be having the most nonchalant reactions, bro. When he had that game winner in the previous game, bro, had the tip off. Bro, that was crazy, bro. But then afterwards, post game, they asked him how he felt. He said, "It's cool, it's cool." Yo, so nonchalant, bro.
we're also not satisfied, and just now we're going to celebrate tonight. But then once tomorrow comes,
Job
start
not finished.
resting
Job not finished. Shout out Kobe. Job not finished. I don't think so.
and then preparing for the next round.
And then game 1 of the NBA Finals. After like a 8-9 day layoff, they're supposed to be playing for second place because the Western Conference Finals was the NBA Finals, according to everyone. They're down 14 points and still pulls off another double-digit road win. And game 2, they were getting hawked down in that 4th quarter, but they did survive to win yet another road win. Now, everything I just broke down, 13 straight wins. That's crazy impressive. You're winning these games by 21 points a night, the largest margin ever, I believe, regular season or postseason. And most importantly to me, 8 straight road playoff wins where they're winning by 21 points a night. Now, to do all of that and win those games in the margins they've won and come back from down double digits 4 times, and still the most impressive part being what they just did the other night, it is one of the greatest playoff runs we have ever seen. Again, I'm gonna talk about this more in a guaranteed way, assuming they actually win. It's still work to be done. But these are the players with the highest plus minuses in a single playoff run. It's basically the Warriors and the Knicks. Cat leads that group by a pretty significant margin. It's crazy because last year, the Knicks lost to a team that went on what seemed to be one of the most crazy runs I've ever seen. And they responded the following year by creating their own version of it that's significantly more dominant. Game 5 is in San Antonio, where this year, the Knicks are averaging winning this game by 40 points. If you guys like this video, I'm not even saying the Knicks are going to blow San Antonio out in Game 5. I actually got them winning in 6 games now. But the run, it is absolutely insane. Follow my social media sites, turn on post notifications, do all that great.
For real, man. Thank you all for watching this video. Hopefully y'all enjoyed as much as I did. And man, go Knicks, bro. This is truly inspirational. They went from a laughingstock team to now they're about to be NBA champions. This just shows you that you could turn around your life anytime, bro. anytime you got a dream that you want to chase after, keep going after it. It don't matter what people think. You got to keep on going. Because once you start getting that momentum, people are going to be surrounding you and going to be cheering you on. And then, just like how the Knicks, they're going to get that momentum to carry them to the top and win this championship. And that's the same way in life, man. You're going to win whatever championship, whatever goal, whatever dream you have. If you stay focused, stay locked in, be like OG Anunoby and not get phased when success hits you. When you get that success, you will be like, yo, it's cool. This is what I expected. And then next thing you know, you will achieve the dream life that you always wanted. And everyone else will be saying, wow, you're truly an inspiration. But anyway, let me get out of my motivational talk. Thank y'all for watching this video. I'll see y'all in the next one.